takes a
YouTube
doctor
and tell everyone
to go to
Right,
medical
that's what I was
school,
reading.
Tell everyone to join up
lawyer
and
has
help
to go
us
to law
catch these
school,
criminals.
understand the law, pass the bar to become a lawyer. That's fine. That's what society requires out of those positions. But what is the one common factor here? Those positions are the most important positions to those companies.
Plus, they're working.
Now, does the travel industry make a lot of income? Do we make a lot of money here? I'll answer that for you. Yes, we do. Guys, what is the one position that is most important to my company? This is the bread and butter of my company. If I don't have this position, my company is going downhill. Consultants. You guys. You guys are the bread and butter to my company. 100%. The same way a lawyer is to a law office, the same way a doctor is to a hospital. Which is why I heavily compensate all of my consultants to make sure you give the absolute best service to these clients, a service they've never received. You guys know the saying, you get what you pay for? I believe very heavily in that saying. Because let's be very honest with you. If I paid you $15 an hour, you are not giving a good service, good enough service to meet my standards, at least the standards that I hold at this company for our clients. You're not going to do that. Okay? And let's be honest with each other. You're not going to do that, right? I wouldn't even do that. If I paid myself $15 an hour, I would not give 100% of my efforts at that company and give a good service. I wouldn't. I would go to work just to go to work, and I'd give 50% of my energy at work just to get the job done. But 50% doesn't cut it here. These clients want 100%, and that's why they're loyal to us. And that's what all of our consultants do. So I will make sure you get paid well to give my clients the best service, and my clients keep coming back and giving us more business. So you make better money, my clients stay satisfied, and the business grows. You see how it's a win-win-win situation? And that is why I will never pay $15 an hour. Because I don't need anybody's 50% energy or effort, and by the $15 an hour is not going to cut it anywhere. Not for you guys, not for us, not for my clients. Okay? So, I hope that makes better sense. Does that make better sense? That's the reason why we pay the way that we do? Good. Good. And honestly, let me tell you one more thing. The income that you're going to earn, you would probably not want to lose the position, right? It makes sense too. You would want to do everything to make sure you keep the job, you're in the position, you're part of the company. Good. Now that we're on the same page, with that being said, I would like to mention one more thing.
They're going to call
And
you.
some of you have probably been through this. A lot of these companies that are hiring positions, right? A lot of them, they're hiring entry-level positions, and they put you in 3-4 different rounds of interviews, right? It's very interesting to me. They put you in different rounds of interviews. They have a couple hours of conversation with you. They look at your resume a few times to see if you're a good fit, right? What really blows my mind is, what does that mean to see if you're a good fit? Do you know what an entry-level position means? An entry-level position means that if you're well-trained, every single person should be able to do that position, okay? It's not doctors, it's not lawyers, it's not engineers, it's entry-level for a reason. But companies have 1,000 applications for one job paying $18 an hour, and from those 1,000 applications, they will eliminate 999 of them and hire one person. And the person that they end up hiring has master's degrees and is overqualified for that job, beyond overqualified. This is why, guys, one thing I don't believe in interviews. I don't believe in 3-4 rounds of interviews. I personally think it's a waste of time for both myself and for your time. I think it's just an absolute waste for an entry-level position. Because let me tell you why. Any single person would be a good fit for an entry-level job if 2 things happen. Number 1, if they are trained well, which a lot of companies, in my opinion, they don't know how to train well for a position. It's not just giving you a textbook and telling you to learn the job. You have to be trained very well. And the second thing that matters, you have to be paid very well. If those 2 things happen, everybody is a good fit for the position.
You go to the basketball court?
And I know that because that's exactly what I have experienced. Because anytime I have hired for this position, we have a little over 500 consultants at our company. I have not looked at one of their resumes, and I have not done multiple rounds of interviews with any one of them. Okay? That is because of 500 plus consultants that we have here, some of them have master's degrees, by the way. Some of them were nurses before, engineers before, and they're working here now. A lot of them have bachelor's degrees, and you know what? Some of them don't have high school diplomas. Some of them had 0 years of customer service experience before they started working here. Why is it that almost all of them operate at the same level? We train them well, and we pay them well. Okay, so that's what works very well for our company, and that is the way that we hire for this position. Okay, now the reason I say this is because there's a select amount of you on this meeting right now, right? I currently have about 15 individuals in training currently. 15 individuals are in training right now. And they're about to be consultants with us probably within the next 1 or 2 days. Guys, if you have put your time aside for this meeting and you have dedicated this 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, and you have, you've probably sacrificed something right throughout your day to be here, whether it's maybe leaving work early or not going to work or family related things, whatever it is, you sacrifice something out of your life to be here, right? And you've dedicated time and you have been attentive throughout this entire meeting so far. Well, I've limited this meeting to a select number of people. That if you've dedicated your time here, each and every one of you will have the opportunity to receive this position.
We each have the opportunity to receive this position.
Okay. I value and respect your time, and that is why that is how I hire, especially when I have to hire at scale. Okay, when I have to hire at scale, I give the opportunity to those that have dedicated their time to me. Okay, so yes, every single one of you will have the opportunity to take this job. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about training. Guys, training is 7 to 8 hours of videos that you watch on your own time. Okay? Now, these videos that you watch, I've created every single one of these training videos. It is very important that you understand every minute of those videos. Okay? Guys, you're going to understand the CRM, the tools and resources, how to fulfill orders, everything you need to know about the position and the portal and how it all works. Okay? Once you are done with training, we will make sure you're prepared for the position. And as long as you're prepared and you're ready, we will give you a job start date as soon as 24 hours after training. Meaning, if you finish your training tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, as soon as the day after tomorrow, you can start working. I need training done 1 week from today at the latest. 1 week from today. Okay? Now, with that being said, scheduling. Let's go ahead and talk about schedule. Now, I did mention that this position, we are open to both part-time and full-time, okay? We are open 7 days a week at this company, Monday through Sunday. That doesn't mean you have to work 7 days a week. That's just, days of operation that we have here. So I would like to get an understanding of my part-timers versus full-timers just to gauge what we're working with here. Can you please let me know in the chat if you're looking or if you're in the market for a part-time job? Just let me know in the chat so I can see.
But sometimes when I type something,
and if you're looking for a full-time job,
yeah, it comes up
if you're in
there.
the market for full-time, please let me know in the chat so I can see. Okay, perfect. So we have about a 90 to 10 split, which is good. We do prefer a little bit more on the full-time end because that's what we would prefer more about, but 90-10 is perfect split for us. So how this is going to work, guys, for those of you that are looking for a part-time position, I would like to see 10 hours a week. Okay, that's what I would like to see. We could do more than that, but that's where I'd like to be at. And I will give you a part-time consultant position. If you're looking for full-time, I would like to see 30 hours a week. We could do more than that, but that's where I'd like to be at, and I will give you a full-time consultant position. If you want to start part-time, you absolutely may, and you will have the opportunity at any time during your employment to switch to full-time. You will be granted that opportunity as well. Okay? Guys, I hold you to high standards and high expectations in this position. At the same time, I genuinely am able to give you a flexible schedule. Okay? What do I mean by that? We will discuss your schedule privately, one-on-one, during your training. That's when we discuss your schedule, okay? I am open to the hours of per day that you work and days of the week that you work, okay? The reason I say that is because all of our consultants are nationwide. All of our clients are nationwide. So and we have different time zones here, right? So I'm very open to, your schedule and flexibility. I have a lot of consultants that work from 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., even 5 p.m. Okay? So we will figure out that schedule together. If you have important things, if you take the kids to school or you have doctor's appointments daily, we can always bypass those times and we can work together on that. That's completely fine with me. If you would like a Saturday or a Sunday as a work day, we can also figure that out together as well. Okay, we will do that during training privately. All right? Now, with that being said, everybody, the good news is once this meeting is over, you will get put into training protocol, meaning you can start training right away. Okay, very exciting. Now, I'm going to say one more thing before we get you all situated into training. And this is just, my history, where I come from, a little bit more about myself, right? Guys, in 2013, this is a while back, right? In 2013, I was a young adult. I still didn't have a job. I was looking for my first job. And my father came up to me, and remember, my dad built this business, right? My father came up to me and he offered me a position. Okay, he offered me a job at this company. Can you take a guess which job it is that he offered me? Hence this very same position, a consultant. Back in the day, if you wanted to be a consultant or have a job in the travel industry, you had to get licensed. You had to pay thousands of dollars.
But you don't have to get licensed. Oh, we're lucky. We just have to get insurance.
It's not the same today. None of those things are required. But long story short, I did what I had to do. I became a consultant in 2013 at the same company. Okay, I was a consultant for 6 years, guys. Okay, from 2013 to 2019, and I have to tell you something, and I'm not being biased. I absolutely loved every part of this job. It was like a dream job.
He made over $1 million a year doing this job.
Appreciated so much by our clients for the work that you do here and the service that you give them. You have to understand, you are in charge of their biggest moments in life. You are in charge for their biggest memories in life. Honeymoons, anniversaries,
you might sell a few vacations
family
on the side.
reunions once every 20 years, bachelorettes. We're in charge of all of that. And look, there is no tips in this business, right? We don't receive tips like for giving a good service, but you know what our tips are? These clients send us bottles of champagne, boxes of flowers, gift baskets. They send it to us and we ship it out to you because, well, they're trying to send it to you guys for the good service that you gave. They appreciate that heavily. I've had consultants receive $10,000 bottles of champagne.
$10,000
bottle of champagne as a tip, just for giving such a great service. And we appreciate that. Okay? The second thing I loved about this job was the pay structure. World's difference. I have the same pay structure that you have too. Okay, and that's what made me want to come to work early, get a head start on my day. I didn't really look. If I had work to do, I would even stay a little bit later at work and do my work. Okay? Because you feel like with the way you're getting compensated, you feel like you are actually a part of this company. You are dedicating and you are making a big difference by working here. Not only for yourself, but for the company as well. And you are. And that feels very good. That feels very good to feel like, almost like you are part owner of this company for the type of work that you're doing. It's amazing. So I couldn't have complained about that. And the last thing that I loved about this job was the flexible schedule. The same way I'm able to give you a flexible schedule, I was given a flexible schedule too. I would work from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week, 12-hour days, every single day. That's because I love this job, and I love every part of it. And I didn't have other responsibilities really to take care of. I was working 70+ hours a week. And in 2019, my last year as a consultant, I started becoming very good at this job, very quick, efficient, fast to service, quick with the order fulfillment. Every part of this job was almost like just muscle memory for me. And in 2019, I hit milestones I never thought I would reach. I serviced over 10,000 clients myself. Guys, that's a little less than 30 clients a day I was servicing. 30 different vacations every single day. It's a lot of work. And I brought in
Yeah, but is this already like,
you know,
this is just like.
ridiculous number of
Yeah.
revenue to the company as well. Record amount of revenue, a little over $10 million in revenue I have brought into the company, just with the clients I was servicing here. I was recognized by all of our suppliers and providers as the #1 travel consultant in the entire world. Okay? So, I say that because I was also published on magazines. You'll see that when you're in the company. I say all this, guys, not to brag. It's not about bragging. It's about, I want you to understand exactly where I come from, which is this very same position. I've been there for 6 years myself, and I've been pretty good at it. Okay? I say this because I am the one that created that training. Every part of the training is created.
You can't just.
Please make sure every minute of it you understand. Because I'm not training you to come out entry level. I am training you because once you come out of training, you're going to be a mid to high tier level performance consultant. That is how you're going to perform. And that's going to be to your benefit and, of course, to the company benefit. Right? Now, I've been very humble with the numbers I've shared. Okay, this is our first meeting together, so I don't know how everybody takes numbers. So
I know, but when I send this recording to the Attorney General, we're
I
gonna
think we're a little bit more comfortable with each other now, so I will go ahead and share, because I did see someone just ask that question too. I will go ahead and share how much, I earned as a consultant and how much my top consultants also earned. Guys, when I was a consultant, I was averaging anywhere from $2 million to $2.5 million.
So they paying you hourly?
Same pay structure, servicing the same clients that you're going to be servicing. Nothing's changed.
Yes, they are.
Okay. Granted, I was working 70+ hour weeks. So let's just not say that's super typical for anybody else or for the most part. But guys, I have 20 to 25 consultants. Out of the 500, I have 20 to 25 of them that are earning $1 to $1.5 million a year. And they're working
Then I take them off.
overtime.
I'm totally blind.
50 to 60 hour weeks. Why do I say this? I don't say this because I'm telling you, hey, that's how much you're going to earn. That's not the case. I'm telling you, it's in the realm of possibility. You know why? Because we have 20 to 25 consultants doing it. And they have a couple of years of experience under their belt, and they're working overtime, and they're earning that level of income. I only say this because I want you to understand one thing, that it's good to know that you can always go and increase your income over time. Kind of feeling like there's no cap for your income is a really good feeling. Okay? Especially when I was working here, I thought the same way. So I decided let me share that with you so you have that kind
These are
of knowledge as well.
truckers. And they have.
Now, with that being said, everybody, I think
We can discuss this whenever this
together.
recording is finished, please.
For those of you that want to be part of this company and take on this position, I am genuinely looking forward to working with each and every one of you. It is a blessing. I love this part of my job. I love being able to give people this opportunity and this position. I wish I could hire thousands of you. I wish. Our company is just not at that level yet. Maybe one day. But for now, for the amount of people that we are hiring, this is where we're at. And we're grateful for every one of it. Okay? If this position is not for you, no harm, no foul. Okay? I thank you for your time, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Okay? So, guys, I will let you know one more thing. This position will most likely be closed sometime within the next day or two. We are going to be closing this position.
Oh, yeah.
That's because, again, from the way that we are hiring, of 95% of everybody that I've had so far in the meeting, they've wanted to take on this position. Okay, so we're going to probably reach our goal within the next day or two, and this position will no longer be available. Okay. Now, with that being said, guys, what I had to do in 2013 when I became a consultant, you don't have to do that today. Okay, that is not a requirement of any kind. But please pay close attention to me for another minute. This is very important. We must all be on the same page on this. There is a company policy. It is also an industry policy that we all must abide by. Very important. This is for your safety. This is for our safety. We do not, we'd rather play safe than sorry. We do not put anything at risk or this company at risk. Okay? So everybody at our company has this and must have it. It is very important. It doesn't matter what position you have. If you're a staff member, a support agent, or a consultant, everybody must have this. Okay, at the bare minimum, guys, at the bare minimum, we all must have a certification. Must. The reason I say this is because certification comes with insurance. And this insurance is very important, everybody. This insurance, basically, what we didn't talk about is what happens if you make a mistake. Okay, we didn't talk about mistakes, but mistakes do happen, right? So Jessica, let me just use you as an example. Let's say
So they can
you
assign
finish
a
your training in the
policy.
next day and you start working here within
That's
2 to
okay.
3 days, right?
Yeah.
And you're doing great, you're helping out clients, you're putting together their vacations, and you accidentally made a mistake with one of them.
Dang, it's so long.
That's okay. If you make a mistake, it is okay. You're human, we're human, we all make mistakes. I've made mistakes before, all my consultants have made mistakes before. But what if, Jessica, you accidentally booked the client the wrong flights? The client just lost $5,000. That's a, pretty big mistake. Who is going to be responsible for paying the client back the $5,000 they lost? Jessica, do you want to be held liable for that $5,000 the first week on your job? Of course not, right? Does
Jessica,
anybody here want to be held
nothing is
liable
faster.
for that? Of course not, right? We don't want to be liable for that either, which is why we have an insurance at this company. It's called Errors and Omissions Insurance Policy. It is an insurance that covers all mistakes. That's literally
I
what
still
it's
wasn't
for.
suspicious
We have a
when I got to
$2
this
million
point.
policy here, which means it covers mistakes for up to $2 million. Okay? Guys, it is very important. If you are going to be employed here, and I'm going to give you this position, you must be covered with that insurance as well. Every one of you. That is absolutely mandatory. I will not be putting anybody in the position not to be covered, okay? Because I won't put anybody in a position of that kind, okay? I say that for your own safety as well. And so moving forward, as a consultant, you focus on doing your best job. You focus on giving your best service to our clients. And you know what? Even if you make a mistake, you don't stress about it. You don't worry about it because our company will take care of all the mistakes. Guys, very important. I've made a $75,000 mistake once on a wedding. It doesn't matter how careful or good we are. It could happen. Do not put your job and jeopardize it, okay? Let a good thing be a good thing. Just make sure you're protected at the same time, which is why I don't hire anybody that I don't make sure they're covered first, okay? Makes sense, right? Good. Now, the good thing is it's a simple online form. We're going to do this right now, by the way. It's a simple online form. You fill it out. Once you have filled out that online form, you're going to
it's a
receive a
simple online
certification number. I need to know what your certification number is. So please make sure you send me your certification number in the chat once you filled out this form. And I will go ahead and call out your name, okay, once you fill out that number. Guys, once you fill out this form and I call out your name, that means you are officially
He still doesn't
part
say anything
of our
about paying.
company.
Does he say
Okay,
your
so
name
you're
in
welcomed
it?
into the company.
No, I didn't
You are going to
have
get
money.
2 sets of emails right away. The first set of emails is going to be training protocol. So you're going to get access to training right away. You can get started on training right away. The second email is going to be, you're going to get the CRM access, right? So the login credentials to the CRM. Now, you are also going to receive a phone call and a text message from our support team welcoming you to the company. We have a lovely support team. So you could take down their names, phone numbers, emails. If you ever need assistance, that's what they're here for, to make sure you're all taken care of. So reach out to them if you ever need help, okay? And of course, once you are done with training, you are guaranteed the position as a consultant with us. All right? So we're going to go ahead and do this right now. I will send you guys the link here shortly to the certification
Okay,
form.
comes the
Take
link,
2 minutes,
Shelby.
fill it out, and let me know what your number is. Also, one last thing before we continue with this. You get paid weekly. You get paid weekly on Fridays through direct deposit. That is when our accounting team issues your pay every single week.
Like he hasn't
And
done
you're
it.
going to know what your pay is every single week through the CRM, okay? In the CRM, it always updates in real time what you will get paid that week. So just remember that every Friday is when you get paid, okay? Perfect. Guys, so I'm going to go ahead and send over the certification form right now. I went ahead and sent it over. Please take a look. It should be in your chat section. Take a minute or two and fill that out. Very important, guys.
Now I
And
guess
let
we'll
me
just
know
leave it
what your
alone and wait for the
certification
phone call
number is.
to
You
your
should see it
Google
on the
Voice
top
number
right
and
once you
record
filled it
that.
out. Guys, it is also nothing expensive,
Put it on speaker.
nothing major that you have to
I guess
worry
it's
about.
automatically on speaker.
It's a $2 million policy, so
It blocked scams though and stuff, and it didn't. It said it was a valid number. Then it had an owner.
Yeah, but what just happened? It just froze. That same shit happened to me.